Hello, my name is Desiree, and this is Burning Waters of the Moon Tarot. I am doing a reading for the energy of Ophiuchus. So, FYI, I read constellational astrology. I I've been studying astrology for a few years now, off and on for maybe about 10 years. And I've kind of taken a bit of a break. And but I still am reading tarot, and this is for the people who like to find tarot based on star sign or any sign, basically. And Ophiuchus is on the ecliptic, and it's right in between Scorpio and Sagittarius, but unfortunately it gets overlooked by the tropical astrologists. While constellational astrologist recognizes Ophiuchus as a constellation because his leg crosses the ecliptic, and that is why we read that energy. So these are for my Ophiuchus. If you have any kind of placement in Ophiuchus, this reading may resonate with you. It can be sun, moon, house, planet, a star, whatever. So we all have all the zodiacal signs in our chart and within ourselves just because of the lovely house system. So with that, this is for the energy of Ophiuchus. Ooh, we've got the Nine of Swords. Oh, is that swords or wands? I'll look in just a second. Then we have the Seven of Pentacles, beautiful card. And then the Seven of Swords or Wands. I'm not quite sure. Let me see. This is the Hush Tarot, by the way. Actually, maybe I should consult the guidebook. That might be even better. Okay. I think that is, yeah, those are wands or spears, maybe. I bet you they renamed them to spears. So this is fire, Nine of Wands, Seven of Wands, and then we have the Seven of Pentacles. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Cups. Cool. Okay, so fire, fire, earth. Okay, I see you're kind of going through a bit of a challenge right now, Ophiuchus. You're going through a bit of a challenge. It's a long-winded challenge, but it will behoove you to sort of wait through this or keep doing what you're doing. You know, keep putting up the good fight here. The nine of wands is kind of, getting tired. A lot of work coming up and a lot of work that you've done, but you're still doing what you need to do. The Seven of Wands, Seven of Fire, is being on the defense, being very vigilant, and keeping with what your heart desires, what you think is right, your passions. And then right in the middle, we have the Seven of, and it's interesting, you have two sevens. We have the Seven of Pentacles, which is about your harvest, waiting for your harvest, giving it the care and the resources that it needs so that it is going to be fruitful. So what I'm seeing here is, though you may be tired, there's a pot of gold, as they would say, at the end of the rainbow. And I think you need to keep you need to keep moving. So let's dive into this message a little bit deeper. We've got the Two of Wands in reverse, we've got the Lovers in reverse, and we've got the Nine of Swords. We've got the Emperor in reverse, the Four of Cups, the Five of Swords in reverse, Death. What a beautiful card. Eight of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. Interesting. And this is the Mind's Eye Tarot, by the way, the second deck here. At the bottom of the deck of the Mind's Eye, we've got the Queen of Swords. Okay, so let me see here. So we've got four major arcana here. Is it four? No, it's three. We've got the Lovers, the Emperor, and Death. So it seems like this hard work, this project or this thing that you're working through. Interesting. We've only got two cups and we've only have one water energy here, which is the Four of Cups. But we do have the Lovers in reverse and the Two of Wands in reverse. So I feel like there might be maybe a bit of a quarrel here, or there were some energies, there was a connection, but that connection didn't quite connect. It didn't pan out the way you wanted it to be. It seemed like you had very high hopes and you put a lot of energy into it, but either mentally or I mean, again, there's not a lot of water in here, but with this connection, I just feel that with the Lovers, I feel that there was some kind of emotions involved, and perhaps with the Lovers and the Two of Wands, you guys didn't mesh the way you wanted it to, and you had high hopes for it to mesh. So under the under the Seven of Pentacles, we have the Emperor in reverse, the Four of Cups, and the Five of Swords. So this is your fruiting card. This is something that you have been waiting for, and it's almost it seems like perhaps you might be waiting in vain, though I mean, with the upright seven, I feel like there is something to come out of this. Um, you do have four major arcana, the Hierophant. I didn't count that though, and I thought I saw the Hierophant. So you have the Lovers, the Emperor, Death, and the Hierophant. This was a lesson that you needed to learn, Ophiuchus. This was a lesson. This connection. I think you might have put a lot of your time, a lot of your resources in, maybe a lot of your thought processes, your thought energy. Um, and it just didn't work out, right? And you put so much energy into this and you tried to make it something that it was not. And all that you got back was a whole lot of nothing, you know. It seemed like there wasn't even any there wasn't enough passion in there that shout out to the more intuitive me. This is my bestie's channel. More intuitive me. Yep, you should check her out. She's on YouTube. She does lots of cool stuff with tarot as well. Okay. So with this Five of Swords here, I feel that perhaps there just wasn't enough. You just weren't getting back what you wanted to put in. You built this up. You put a lot of your energy in. You were basically carrying this connection. It was you who was the full driver of it. And because we have Death here, the Hierophant, and the Eight of Pentacles under the seven, mind you, this was a lesson that you needed to learn, and this is changing you. Check out this beautiful Death card. I mean, and this is just an amazing death card. Death is one of my favorite cards, and this is one of the cards I go to see if I like the deck or not. Death and the Queens, and this to me this speaks a lot of the energy of death. Even a crescent moon is on there. Okay, so this experience is changing you. Ophiuchus, this experience has really changed you, or it's going to change you. And because we've got the Queen of Swords in reverse down here, I actually feel that you haven't quite processed this just yet. You haven't really, you've, you're working on the emotions, you're working on the emotional connection, you're working on the loss of this not working out, but you are working, and this is a lesson, and this is maybe even something that had to do with your past, an old habit that's been broken. And not only that, we've got the Hierophant down here, which is like a blessing to me, because I feel like maybe this was some sort of divine intervention. Like perhaps you asked for this. I love how the Hierophant is at the end and is looking at all of these cards. For me, I look at these two cards. These are the ones that hold the most energy for me, the most weight of the reading. For the Hush Tarot over here at the bottom of the deck, we do have the 10 of Cups, which this is ultimate happiness. This is just, the best thing. And like I said, this is a lesson for you to have learned. I don't see a lot of water energy aside from this cups here, because I don't think this was an emotional match for you. I think that maybe you were trying to build it into something that it really wasn't. You put too much energy, and the other person was not reciprocating, and you weren't getting out what you put in. But what you learned from this definitely has changed you, and this has brought a new awareness to you. The seven of wands is on the defense, and the people who are defensive, they're aware of their surroundings. They have to. Their life depends on it. And I believe that is that this energy right here, because you're so hyper aware, that is what is change that's changing you. That is changing, and you, even though you might not be fully aware of it just yet, but this is the work that you did for this Eight of Pentacles. And because the Eight of Pentacles showed up, that's why I kind of feel like this may have been a pattern. And I think that this pattern has been broken. So what an amazing reading. And I'm going to pull an oracle card. This is the Dream Song Oracle. It is a new deck that I recently acquired, and I like it a lot. I love this deck. So let's see what we have for you, Ophiuchus. What the Dream Song Oracle wants to say to close this reading out. I need to do one more shuffle. We have Lean into the Storm. Wow, check this out. Lean into the storm. I've got a circle light up there. So this is card number 29, which is 31 in numerology. Nothing shows up in your experience that isn't on your side. The hardest part of hardship is accepting that your pain isn't only happening to you, but for you. Oh, I love that. Oh my gosh, because of this, this that you put in there, and it's very disheartening. Storms and burdens are gifts from our deepest soul self. Their aim is to help shape you into the person your soul wanted to become before you arrived on this planet. In this moment, that's transmutation. In this moment, you are invited to see your difficulties as temporary guests, visiting with the singular intent of helping you unearth your heart's truest song. As Rumi said, the being human is a guest house. Wait, hold on. Let me start over. As Rumi said, this being human is a guest house. Every morning, a new arrival, a joy, a depression, a meanness. Be grateful for whoever comes, because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. That is great. That is great. Our experiences, every day we wake up to new experiences, and it is a guest in our house. We can always tell them to leave, but there's something to be learned. All of our experiences, being a human is learning, experiencing and learning. So so whatever happened here, I'm sorry for your loss, and I'm sorry it didn't work out the way that you wanted to, but you have done some work and you have broken a pattern, or you're in the process of breaking the pattern. And though you can't see it right now, it's going to be apparent. And I think it's going to show up, and the next time this situation presents itself, it's going to show up that way. So thank you for letting me read for you, Ophiuchus. This was a wonderful reading, and I will see you next time. Take care.